Welcome back to now what we officially call Center Sports. I'm with Tim and Zach, and today we're going to talk about some fantasy football. We're going to talk recap of last week, and we're going to give you some predictions on games of this upcoming week too. So Tim, go ahead, start us off with the fantasy star of the week.
So, actually, we have two stars, being Alvin Kamara and Tyreek Hill. Alvin Kamara had 29 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion, 112 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and 9 receptions. And Tyreek Hill boasted 4 rushing yards with 169 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns, 7 receptions, and a punt return touchdown. And for my predictions of big games this week, in Bengals versus Ravens tonight, I have the Bengals winning. And Packers-Vikings, I have the Packers. Chiefs-Steelers, I'm taking the Chiefs. And Giants-Cowboys, got to go with the Giants.
All right, Zach, biggest fantasy disappointment.
Alright, so we all know by far the biggest fantasy disappointment was Le'Veon Bell, did not play. But second disappointment would probably be Matt Stafford, 27 for 46, 286 yards, and 4 interceptions. If you needed him to win a game, definitely couldn't count on him. And for my predictions, I got the Ravens over the Bengals, the Vikings over the Packers, the Chiefs over the Steelers, and the Giants over the Cowboys.
And now for the biggest fantasy surprises of the week, I had James Conner as one of my top 2 fantasy surprises. He had 135 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns on 31 attempts, which led the league. He had 57 yards receiving, and he totaled 34.2 fantasy points this week. We also had Ryan Fitzpatrick, who threw for 417 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he also rushed for a touchdown too. And he totaled 42.3 fantasy points, which was second among everybody in the league. My game predictions, I have the Ravens beating the Bengals. I have the Packers beating the Vikings. I have the Chiefs beating the Steelers, and I have the Giants beating the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Sounds like all good predictions.
And one more big important game that we just can't forget, you got to take the Pats over the Jaguars.
Of course. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.